Hey everyone, Greg Dallaire with Dallaire Realty. I'm super excited. I got a special guest with us today, Drew Basten from Basten Home Inspections. And today we're going to be talking about the importance of radon gas. It's kind of one of those unheard things that you've maybe not been familiar with, or maybe you know a lot about it. But Drew, one of the experts, is here with us today. And I'd love to get your take on radon gas. What is it? And why should we be concerned about it?
Yes, not many people know about radon. Radon gas is a naturally occurring radioactive gas that is caused from decay of radium in our soil. So in the way we're building houses these days is they're tighter, they're better built, they're tighter because we're using more spray foam insulation to make them more energy efficient. So more or less, we're trapping more radon inside of our house. And radon, the reason why it's important to know about it is it's the second leading cause of lung cancer. 21,000 people or around there die a year of it. So that's second leader to smoking. So you take out smoking, it's the highest leader of lung cancer.
Yeah, so then there's a way to obviously test for this, which Basten Home Inspections, a home inspection company in Green Bay, Wisconsin, does offer testing. And what does that look like? What's the process for that, Drew? Can you talk us through that?
Yeah, so as a professional, we have a device that we can set up for a 48-hour test. We place it in the lowest livable space in your house. So if you have a basement, we will put it in your basement or a basement bedroom where you're going to spend most of your time. And we'll test for 48 hours. It grabs a reading once an hour. And then we get the final reading. Now, the final reading, the EPA deems 4.0 picocurie per liter. If it's above that, that would be deemed unsafe. If it was below that, it's deemed safe. So that's where within your real estate purchase agreement contract, that's where it would be advised if it was above 4.0 to get a radon system.
Let's talk about that radon system. What actually is it, and how does it work?
Yeah, so a radon system, a radon mitigation system, or a subslab system is more or less you're drilling a hole in your foundation, and you're causing negative pressure or adding a vacuum to suck out the radon gases and get it to the exterior of the property instead of entrapping it inside of a house, so that it's closer to the outside air and it's dispersing, so we're not having high amounts of radon and not causing as much lung cancer within houses.
I think a question people are thinking in their minds are, what do you see in like the Brown County area? You've done a lot of radon tests in the Green Bay and surrounding areas. Like, what do you typically see?
I mean, 50-50 is where they come back on high or low. So, I mean, with the flip of a coin, your house could be possibly testing high in radon, and that is it could be a safety issue for you. So it's highly recommended to test your house and make sure your family's safe.
Yeah, and honestly, to do a radon mitigation system, I actually just recently did one in my own personal house. My reading came back at like 7.4. Mitigation system was, I think it was right around $1,100. So it's not, I mean, it's still money, but it's not as high that you would think to mitigate a potential second leading cause of lung cancer. And that process was a one-day install, and it was pretty reasonable. Now, somebody that's in the purchase, actively purchasing a home in the Green Bay area, we can sometimes actually include radon testing into an offer to purchase. But this is not something you have to do based on purchasing a home. Anyone can get a radon test done. Is that correct?
True, and I would highly recommend it. Like I said, in the Green Bay area, it's close to 50-50 on if your house will test high. So you can do home tests. You can order one online and set it up for 90 days, or you can have a professional come in and test it. But it's highly recommended to test for radon.
And that's one of the things that it's one of the things that Basten Home Inspections, an additional service that you guys offer. And I'll have a link to be able to reach out to them if you'd like to schedule a radon gas inspection for the Green Bay area. Drew, is there anything else you want to add about radon?
No, I just recommend testing. I mean, if you were to get a professional test, they run between $150. And like Greg said, if you do test high, they cost about $800 to $1,500 to install, depending on where you have to put it in your house.
Yeah, and it's a little more expensive if you want to vent it out through the garage. That's one of the options, or you can vent it out the side of your house, which will be less expensive. So, Drew, I appreciate you sharing all the information about the importance of radon gas and testing for it and how you actually mitigate it. And we appreciate you coming on the show.
Thank you very much, Greg.
You're welcome.